Yo, what is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another Pittsburgh Steelers post-game video. I just want to apologize for the extremely late video. I was in Boston this week, plus I was a little busy. I was extremely busy, actually. It's Friday morning, so as you can tell, I apologize for the late video. Pittsburgh Steelers, Philadelphia Eagles, weeks 15, and all I can say is this game was absolutely trash. This game was terrible, man. Um, Obviously, going to this game, I kind of expected the worst, and that's exactly what happened. The Eagles dominate my Pittsburgh Steelers 27-13, and the Pittsburgh Steelers they dropped 10-4. And it all comes down to AFC North title next week against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. But talking about this game, man, like always, we just always play so bad in Philadelphia. We just can't beat the Eagles in Philadelphia, and no shame. I kind of knew this was gonna happen because looking at the Philadelphia Eagles, they're an awesome team, man. They're a great team, man. They're an amazing team, my guys. And it's just that, man. They're great, and I can see them winning the Super Bowl. I can see them winning the NFC. I know Detroit. I know Detroit is like on top, but they lost to Buffalo. But I can see the Eagles making it deep into the playoffs, and they have a great squad, man. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown. They have a dangerous squad. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, they played horrible, man. It was unbelievable to see, and it was bad. Like I said, excuse me. Like I said, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they just seemed to play horrible in Philadelphia. Final score was 27-13. Honestly, the Philadelphia Eagles could have blown us out if they wanted to. But talking about this game, first half was ferocious. The first half was just I couldn't even watch the first half. It was that bad. At some point, I think we didn't get a first down till, excuse me, I don't think we had a first down until like the second quarter or whatever, or the third quarter. It was horrible, man. The offense only had like 1 yard of offense all first half. That's bad, man. And the Eagles, they were taking control. Look, the Eagles, they had 2 turnovers. DJ Watt batted away. I think it was a sack on Jalen Hurts, causing a fumble. That's what DJ Watt does, man. Forcing a fumble once again. And the other one, I think it was a fumble off of a kick return or something. And we couldn't capitalize on both turnovers that day. The Eagles fumbled the ball twice, one by Jalen Hurts and one of the kick returner. I believe it was, excuse me, I think it was Cooper DeJean, or it was, I think it was Keith Gameway, or who fumbled the ball, or Cooper DeJean. I forgot if it was a punt or a kick. But man, the Steelers couldn't capitalize. The Eagles, they were taking control. The Eagles, they were taking control. Look, going into this game, looking at Saquon Barkley, I knew this guy was going to have a good game. But then this game, he did decent. He didn't have the best game against us, actually. He had 19 carries, 65 yards. Jalen Hurts had a touchdown. AJ Brown, by far probably their best receiver on their Eagles squad. AJ Brown had 8 receptions, 110 yards. 8 receptions, man! 110 yards in the touchdown. That just shows you how badly the Steelers defense got shredded out there. AJ Brown's a beast, respect to him. 8 receptions, 110 yards. He had a touchdown. And Devontae Smith, he had 11 receptions, 109 yards, and 1 touchdown, man. That just shows it. And talking about the Steelers, the Steelers offense, they couldn't do anything, man. Russell Wilson struggled. Najee Harris struggled. Najee Harris could not do anything. Najee Harris only had 6 carries, 14 yards. 14, man! Like, what is this? Like, oh my goodness. That's just that. And Justin Fields, man, I'll get to Justin Fields in a minute. But looking at the Steelers offense, it's horrible, man. Calvin Austin III, 5 receptions, 65 yards. Pat Freiermuth, who had 3 receptions, 22 yards. and pretty much had the only touchdown of the game. Pat Fryermuth had the only touchdown of the game. The rest were 2 field goals, and like I said, this offense could not do anything against this deadly Philadelphia squad. Like, Mike Williams, man, 1 reception, 15 yards. I mean, we couldn't do anything. Scott Miller and Van Jefferson was quiet. That's just that, man. Talking about the defense, man. The defense, like I said, the defense got shredded. I mean, Alex Highsmith had a sack. DJ Watt had 2 sacks plus that 4th fumble, which was great. That's just that. And rest, we couldn't make plays, man. That's just that. Joey Porter Jr., 5 tackles. I don't even know if he had holding call. He probably did because of the last couple of days. I don't know, man. This offense was absolute trash. I don't know what to say, man. At one point in the 3rd quarter, we were down by 2 scores. Mike Tomlin, man, he's a piece of shit, man. He declined a penalty or something that made it whatever. I don't know. And Mike Tomlin, man, he decides to punt the ball in the 3rd quarter. I don't remember which quarter it was, but it was 4th and 7. We decided to punt the ball. And then after that, we did not see the ball at all. Like, the second half was trash, man. We did not score at all in the second half. And, you want to talk about ball possessions, like possession of the ball. I mean, the Steelers, we barely saw the ball. The offense only... Let me just get this straight, man. 11 plays. That's how many plays that the Steelers have made in the whole game. That's it. 11 plays. That's it. I mean, it is horrible, man. Like, I mean, we have not touched the ball. We did not touch the ball after that punt by Mike Tomlin on 4th and 7. After that, we did not see the ball ever again. Like, the Eagles had the ball. They were running out the clock. And that's just what I was talking about. I mean, the Eagles, they were capitalizing on turnovers. That's just a thing that the Steelers need to do, is capitalize on turnovers. And that's what we did not do, because we had 2 opportunities, man. We had 2 opportunities to do that at the beginning of the game with the 2 fumbles that the Eagles had. And then, don't get me wrong, somehow this game was within 1 score. We had a drive going. That was the only good drive that we had in this game that ended up in the Pat Fryermuth. Excuse me. Oh, my throat is hurting and it's morning. I'm sorry, guys. But that was the only good play that we had that ended up in the Pat Fryermuth touchdown. We should have had a second. We should have a second good drive. We had the chance to tie the game, but then Russell Wilson gives the ball to Najee Harris, and Najee Harris, man. Najee Harris fumbles the ball. What a heartbreak, man. That fumble was the stab to the heart right there. That Najee Harris fumble, oh my goodness, man. Like, holy. After that, we lost all hope. That Najee Harris, man, that fumble was awful. That fumble was just, it was not good, man. I believe that was Najee Harris's first fumble of the season. But man, that was one of the worst fumbles I've ever seen. He couldn't, it was bad. And after that, like I said, the Steelers were nowhere to be found. There's no shame to losing to the Eagles. I kind of knew what was going to happen, knowing that we haven't won in Philadelphia since 1965. I mean, that streak continues. It's going to continue for another 61 years or whatever. But man, like I said, this Steelers team cannot win in Philadelphia. And look, I'm not mad, but man, this Steelers offense played horrible in this game. I mean, we only had 1 good drive. That's it. Like I said, it would end up being a Pat Fryermuth touchdown. And look, I'm going to say this. Saquon Barkley maybe by far has played the worst game against us. Like, we've seen this guy produce magic. Saquon Barkley, he's great. Respect to him. He's a great running back for you all Eagle fans, But man, Jalen Hurts, he's the one that stepped up. The 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. Jalen Hurts, I mean, like I said, this Eagles team is a really good Eagles team. I mean, like I said, I can see the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. They have the weapons. I mean, they're great, man. In respect to that, obviously. But the Steelers, man, they got to get their head in the game next week tomorrow, because the Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. And it's do or die, man. Tomorrow, Steelers and Ravens in Baltimore. The AFC North title is on the line. But the Steelers, they lose to the Eagles, but then at what cost, man? I just want to talk about Justin Fields, man. With the Dolphins and Colts loss, the Pittsburgh Steelers have punched their tickets into the postseason in the NFL playoffs 2025. But talking about Justin Fields, and I want to talk about DJ Watt, man. We make the playoff, but at what cost? I mean, I know that Jalen Hurts is not as a second-string quarterback, but we lose Justin Fields to an injury. I can't remember what the injury was, but DJ Watt, man. DJ Watt goes down with a scary injury. I think it was a Achilles. It looked like Achilles injury, and I'm like, oh no, what's the word? You can't think of the most possible time that your best star, your best player, goes down with an injury. And I'm just praying that he was okay. He was okay. DJ Watt, man, he's so important to this team, But seeing him go down, I'm like, oh my God, that did not look good. But thankfully, he was walking on his own. And then the X-ray test results came back negative, so that's a good sign. So I believe that he did not have an injury. It didn't look serious. It looked serious, but the X-ray came back negative. They ran some tests on DJ Watt. I think it was a leg injury, Achilles, yeah. But I think that he will be playing. I think DJ Watt will be playing in the Baltimore game. George Pickens, man. I want to talk about George Pickens, man. He will be missed. He will be missing the Baltimore games as well, and he did not play in the Philadelphia Eagles game, and that's just that. People are saying, oh, well, the Steelers lost because they didn't have George Pickens. I mean, I don't know if it would have made a difference if we had him. I mean, we saw we saw Mike Williams try to step up, and it didn't work. We saw Ben Skowronek step up, but then George Pickens had the injury. I think it was a wrist injury. I can't remember. I think it was a wrist injury. So we're not going to have George Pickens in the Baltimore game as well. We could have him in the Kansas City game on Christmas Day, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I don't want to talk too much about this game. Late video, like I said, once again, I apologize for this late video. So the Eagles, they improved to 12-2. They're on a roll, man. I believe they won 10 straight. Like I said, this is a really, really dangerous Eagles team. Respect to them. They're great. They're a great team. You got to put respect on their name. 27-13. The Steelers dropped this one, and we dropped to 10-4, and we're at one game off of the Ravens, since the Ravens won the other night. But then it's all about the AFC North tomorrow in Baltimore. So that's going to be a banger. But, I can't be ashamed that we lost, because I knew this was coming. The record shows the Steelers, they haven't won in Philadelphia since 1965, which is insane. But then the Eagles, they're great. They're a great team. They're dangerous. They're a hell of a fucking team, man. Like, respect to them, obviously. And I wish them good luck to the rest of the season, man. Like, they definitely can win the Super Bowl. They could definitely make a Super Bowl run. And, it wouldn't surprise me if they win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, they're insane, man. They're a great team. They have different weapons, man. I like that. I mean, they're great. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, we just can't. The streak continues. The streak of losing in Philadelphia continues. Another 61 years? Oh, my goodness. But this Steelers team's offense, I mean, this offense was so bad. I mean, I'm like, oh, what's the offense going to be like against the Baltimore Ravens? I mean, we got to step up. We're not going to have George Pickens. I mean, what happened to Mike Williams? This guy, we were giving this ball a bunch, but then he's just quiet. I mean, we got to step up, man. I mean, That's just that. But anyways, I'm not going to talk too much. My name is Bruce Dale. Thank you guys for watching this post-game video. With this loss, 27-13 to the Eagles, the Steelers dropped to 10-4 on the season. And we have the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore with the AFC North title on the line. But anyways, my name is Bruce Dale. Like, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.